So on Wednesday, I asked my mom to sign my TEDx consent form, and she obviously read it and signed it. And towards the end, I walked over to her, only for me to see that she was taking a picture of it. And I asked, "What are you doing?" And she questioned me about what TED was. Now, not only did I think that my mom kind of lived under a rock, but I also thought that maybe showing her the binge-worthy YouTube videos that was in TED's YouTube channel would be a really good idea. And so I did. And the first video she decided to watch was of a lady who escaped a cult. And I walked over to her again and asked, "It's pretty good, right?" And she said, "Yeah. Oh, Monica Lewinsky even did a TED Talk." And at this point, she didn't even look away from her laptop screen, and I just walked away and decided, yeah, she's pretty hooked. Well, after that, she asked me, looked up from her computer screen and said, "Wait, are you going to be in a contest?" Well, I'm here now. And to answer your question, Mom, no, I'm not in a contest. And no, I'm not going to talk about cults or anything like that. But I'm going to be here to talk about who I think my hero is. In middle school or in high school, have you guys ever masked yourselves as a character or as a different person? Well, I have numerous times, actually, and it wasn't a good experience. It wasn't pleasant at all. But this time, I'm going to talk about two stories that stick to my mind every day. In 2009, my family decided to move from the Philippines to Japan. And if you think that moving is a really great thing for you, if you think it's a great transition, then I think you're kind of crazy. But it's also probably because I think your mental stability is better than mine. Well, I moved. My sister, my mom, my dad moved. And they decided to enroll my sister and I into a public Japanese school. My sister was in 5th grade and I was in 2nd grade. I didn't know anything about Japanese. I just knew English and Filipino. In 2nd grade, I was a crying mess. I didn't have a translator every day. In 3rd grade, I decided maybe hiding in bathrooms would be a good idea because no one would really look for me, because I was pretty much invincible considering the fact that I was a person who had a different skin color than every single kid that was in my class. In 4th grade, friends were starting to come up to me. I was even surprised that someone touched my shoulder, tapped my shoulder and said, "Hey, Emmy," because no one really did that to me, and I wasn't used to it at all. In 5th grade, I had more friends. I was getting used to it. I started to speak Japanese fluently, although it's still a struggle. And in 6th grade, I finally graduated. But I remember in 3rd grade, I asked my mom, "Can you please just transfer me into an international school because I think that's where I'm going to fit in the most?" Well, after 6th grade, I did. In April 2014, I came to Marist. And in 6th grade, that's when I got to know all of my friends and my classmates today. And not gonna lie, it was a pretty long experience for me because my cultural background and my morals changed a little bit more than I wanted it to back in elementary school. So from a Japanese school to a westernized international school, everything kind of changed for me as well. The curriculum changed, everything changed. Even my language barrier kind of didn't make me comfortable at all. And so in 7th and 8th grade, I stumbled upon this girl group who I thought were really cool. They were really quirky and they were really popular because every person wanted to talk to them. And not only did I think that I would connect well with them, but I also thought that maybe talking to them, maybe getting to know them better would get me connections, would get me to be popular. And I was totally wrong. I realized that I put on a mask and other people were oblivious to it. Other people who were observing me knew that it was happening, but they didn't want to mention it. And I felt really sad because at the end of the day, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know that I was changing. I didn't know that this was supposed to happen. Well, years passed by, and now I'm a junior, and I could say that I'm a loner, but to feel myself more alone, I could say that I'm a person who's trying to become more independent. And actually, I realized that maybe the hero in my life should be myself, because whether I'm going to like it or not, I'm going to be there when I hit rock bottom, and I'm going to be there when I go up and when I become successful in my life in the future, if I become successful in life, that is. Also, I want to tell the person right now, I want to tell her to stop worrying and to stop searching for other people's validation, because the only person who's going to accept you is yourself. You don't have to look for people, you don't have to look for groups to make yourself feel better, because you don't want to go home, you don't want to sit down in your bed thinking, wow, that was a really bad day because I wasn't who I really was. You want to go home thinking, wow, I spent a really good time with those people because I got to be who I was. I got to be the person I wanted to be, and that is what I'm looking for. I want to go to university thinking, wow, I didn't pretend to be someone else this whole time because I cannot wait to look for the people I'm meant to be with. I want to grow up teaching people that I am not supposed to be a plastic person. I'm not supposed to be this person who hides under a mask. I want to be a person who's me. I want to be me. I want to be Emmy. I want to be M.E. I want to be Mary Emmanuelle. And that's who I need to be at the end of the day. Also, I just want to tell my younger self to just get tweezers and fix her eyebrows, because I really did need that. Thank you.